Hello students, we are dealing with the topic reproduction in lower and higher plants. Up till now we have studied asexual reproduction, sexual reproduction. In sexual reproduction we have studied different processes and concepts such as tiers of anther, then structure of pollen grain, development of male gametophyte, structure of anatropous ovule, development of female gametophyte, then pollination, types of pollination, pollinating agents, then fertilization, then post-fertilization changes. Lastly, we have studied post-fertilization changes, that is the development of endosperm and development of embryo. Next concept is seed and fruit development. Seed and fruit development. After pollination, there is fertilization. In angiosperms, there is presence of double fertilization, which involves fusion of one male gamete with egg to form diploid zygote, and second male gamete uses with secondary nucleus to form triploid primary endosperm nucleus. Now we have to remember the significance of reproduction or the importance of reproduction and the goal of reproduction. In earlier lectures we have studied significance of reproduction. Due to reproduction, there is increase in the number of individuals of that particular species, and another important goal of reproduction is to create offsprings. By reproduction, there is formation of new offsprings, and in plants, these new offsprings are always produced from seeds. If we consider the sexual reproduction, okay. During sexual reproduction in flowering plants, there is formation of seeds, and these seeds later on produces offsprings. Okay. Earlier I told that double fertilization. During double fertilization, there is formation of zygote. This zygote later on develops into an embryo of the seed. Then the result of triple fusion, or the result of second fertilization, that is triploid primary endosperm nucleus, later on develops into an endosperm. In fertilized ovule, there is presence of different parts such as integuments. After fertilization, these integuments forms covering of the seed, which is termed as seed coat. Integuments forms seed coat, and we know that in angiosperms the ovules are mostly bitechnic. Ovules are bitechnic. That is, there is presence of two integuments, outer integument and inner integument. This outer integument forms the covering, which is termed as testa, and inner integument forms the covering termed as tegmen. Outer integument forms testa, inner integument forms tegmen. Then, after fertilization, in some plants, this nucellus remains in a form of thin layer, which is termed as perisperm. While in other species, this nucellus acts as nutritive tissue and it provides nourishment. Now, there is formation of endosperm. In last lectures, we have studied development of endosperm and embryo. The development of embryo and endosperm takes place simultaneously, and this endosperm provides nourishment to developing embryo. So, in some seeds, this endosperm, which contains reserved food material, this complete endosperm is utilized in the formation of the embryo or in the development of embryo. Okay, in some seeds the endosperm is completely utilized for the development of embryo, and in such seeds endosperm is absent. That is, the separate endosperm tissue is absent. Such seeds are termed as non-endospermic seeds, or it is also termed as X-albuminous seeds or non-endospermic seeds such as pea and bean. Okay. In these seeds, it is not in non-endospermic seeds, the reserved food material is stored in cotyledons. Okay. Separate endosperm is absent, but this endosperm is utilized in the development of embryo, and food material is stored in the cotyledons. While in some seeds, in some plants, the endosperm remains in the form of separate tissue. That is, during the development of embryo, some part is utilized in development and other part remain as it is, and in such seeds endosperm is seen, and these seeds are termed as endospermic seeds or also termed as albuminous seeds. Albuminous seeds. Okay. These are the changes. Okay. After fertilization, this ovule get converted into seed. Okay. And the ovary get converted into fruit. Ovule forms seed, ovary forms fruit. In ovary, there is presence of ovary wall, and this ovary wall get converted into fruit wall, which is termed as pericarp. It is pericarp. In fruits like mango, this pericarp is differentiated into three layers. That is, outer epicarp, then middle mesocarp, and inner endocarp. In 11th class, we have studied all detail about fruit. Okay, types of fruit. Now, we have to study one example from from endospermic seed. That is the maize seed, which is monopod seed, and it is endospermic seed. In maize seed, the major part is occupied by the endosperm, which stores reserved food material in the form of what? In the form of starch. Then this seed is covered by seed coat, okay, and fruit is covered by pericarp. In such seeds, in maize-like seeds, the pericarp and seed coat fuse together to form a single covering, which is termed as hull. Okay. Then this endosperm is covered by a covering by a proteinaceous layer, which is termed as allulose layer. It is termed as allulose layer. Then it shows single cotyledon, and this cotyledon is termed as scutellum. It shows shield-shaped cotyledon, which is termed as scutellum. Then it shows embryo axis, then plumule and radicle. Plumule is covered by a protective covering termed as coleoptile, while radicle is covered by a protective covering termed as coleoptile. In 11th class, we have studied the structure of diploid seed such as P and B. In P, there is presence of two cotyledons, plumule, radicle, then epicotyle, hypocotyle, and so on. Okay. Now, question is why seeds and fruits are produced? What is the importance of seed formation and fruit formation? Okay, first importance is if we see the fruits, then these fruits contains food material. Fruits contains food material, and hence these fruits provide nourishment to the seeds. They provide nourishment to the seeds. Then the seeds, when formed, then the seeds are immature. To become mature, it requires some period, and during this period, or for immature seeds, fruits provide protection. Fruits provide protection to the seeds in immature condition. Then important point is seeds serve as propagating organs. Seeds serve as propagating organs. And these seeds and fruits produces or forms various devices. Seeds and fruits forms various devices which helps in dispersal or the distribution of the seeds and finally distribution of the species. Okay. So it is the development of seed and fruit. Ovule forms seed, ovary forms fruit. Okay. Today we have studied the development of seed and fruit.